stream up here, restream there, and hopefully everything will be up. Okay. I was actually going to ask about this right off the bat here before we even started the stream, but obviously that's not going to happen. We'll wait for everybody else to get here, but yeah, you guys are aware of what our show is today, correct?
I do. The panelists.
No.
All right. Well, you'll catch on real fast, but we'll get to that in a moment. But essentially, we're going to pick your brains as well as come up with some horrible, humiliating, hilarious scenarios. But if you have any actual questions, feel free to type them out here. But let's get started. I believe we are about ready to start here. And I say that as I'm quickly scrambling to get things moved around.
Right on stream, boss.
Okay. I was also trying to move some videos around to free some desktop space.
And you're able to be heard.
Yay. Okay, everybody, thank you for bearing with me. I'm sorry that this is taking so long. And there we go. Okay, so I really gotta replace that intro video at some point. It's okay. So here's our. We're gonna start recording here in 3, 2, 1.
I built that. Let's do this Texas style.
Texas. What tarnation?
Oh!
Oh,
Now I've seen everything. I told you don't touch that darn thing. Oh.
Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to the Brony Show, episode 342. I am your host, as always, here to bring you the fun and silliness of the Brony community for this week. I am Circuit Main, and I am not here by myself. No, I got a wonderful cavalcade of panelists, and we will have more joining. As today's show, we are going to be doing the first ever Brony Show Panelists. Of course, it's not the... Of course, the first one was at HogCon, but this is our first official one here on the show. Especially since the one at HogCon did so freaking well. I just really wanted to do this. And this has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that unfortunate life circumstances have also derailed all plans that I originally had. Of course, we are joined by Deathlight Productions.
Hey.
And Textalion.
Hey.
Toakoi.
Yo.
And of course, the fabulous, the amazing, the anime aficionado that we all know and love. Unfortunately, we have to do a Suki.
Hey, I'm here of my own free will. I can just go.
I suppose you have a point, but of course, we always love our Suki. Suki is awesome.
Suki is love. Suki is life. Please don't do the Shrek meme anymore.
But there's multiple layers to it.
Check out our Suki. Our Suki is amazing, but don't give it a lick. It gets weird that way.
Yeah.
Says you, come here. Come here.
People, this is what you signed up for. Enjoy.
All right, but yes, we are here to bring you all the fun and silliness of the Brony community, and we are also going to be doing our first ever Brony Show Panelists here on the show itself. Now, for those of you who don't know what that is, some of you have participated in our coffee house after party where Crazy Matt Captain has been showing the panelists, which is I keep forgetting who they're called. The group.
Loading, ready, run.
Loading Ready Run. They're called the panelists, which essentially they have two debate groups of two, and they're giving an incredibly obscure and weird scenario, sometimes with open-ended choice, sometimes with two choices. Each of them selects which option they would go with, and they have to debate and try to prove why theirs is the better choice. Of course, we did make sure to skew this a little bit in the Brony area, so we can be sure that this will have a lot of pony stuff. But before we get started, of course, Coldust will be joining us as well as one of our Brody panelists.
Hello. Hey.
And of course, we have to get a little bit of our daily regimen going on and exercising what makes our lives special, unique, and interesting, or maybe just to talk about our daily lives. And what better way than with a little bit of What's Up, Brony? So, what's up, Bronies?
Well, I had to skin a shed and then put another skin on it.
You had to skin a shirt and put another skin on it?
No, shed. Basically, you know those...
Oh,
pop-up
shed.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, it
Yeah,
sounds...
basically, the other one was torn all to hell, and since the boom cyclone's been going around the Midwest, it's kind of picked up winds and pulling a lot of stuff up. But we got it fixed, so...
Yeah, fair enough. And anybody else have any other What's Up, Brony going on with them?
I did not want to go back to work today after spring break.
What? You had a spring break?
I work at a college, remember?
Ah,
Perfect reason.
Well, I got my first paycheck and I learned I don't get triple digit anymore. I only get 2-digit. I don't get quad digits anymore. I only get triple digits.
Okay, that still sucks, but it doesn't suck as much as 2 digits.
Yeah, I was like, wait, hang on.
What?
Yeah, I don't get $1,200 per paycheck anymore. Now it's around $800. I'm like, oh.
Oh wow, that's a dip.
yeah, that's a dip, but amazingly, because I'm almost working at McDonald's and being maintenance, I get around $200 every 2 weeks, simply because I am maintenance and I've been there almost a year, and I only work 4 days.
Well, I suppose I might as well jump in on the whole. My money is not as much as it used to be train here. A little bit. It's a little bit more of the Brony Show household here. Unfortunately, I am losing a roommate, which kind of sucks. They're plant setting to move out at the end of the month.
Anyone of important?
I've talked about him a little bit here and there. Good high school friend, but just feels it's time to move on. Which, I encourage that kind of thought and thinking. Just sometimes people need to spread their wings and go out and do something different, try something different, or maybe change their scenery to try to change themselves. Or maybe I just blew them out with all the pony stuff. I don't know.
It was the ponies.
Hey, if I lived in Utah, I'd help you with the rent.
I'm sure you would. But no worries. Unfortunately, it does mean that some of the side plans that I had to goof around or do some crazy things are going to go by the wayside. BronyCon is still a thing. Everfree is still a thing. BabsCon's still a thing. TruckCon's still a thing. And also the one in November is still a thing. The one really big one that I was that I kind of was hoping to do, but at the same time I know it would be a massive financial pain to do, was the Sea Bronies cruise.
Oh. Although,
That's
to be
too much
fair,
money.
you could...
It is a huge amount of money, and it was a distant possibility. But at the same time, it would have been really fun to do. But and it also report on it. I would have done it just to tell you guys all about it, and not because I totally wanted to go on a cruise in the ocean. But maybe hopefully they'll have
You
another.
could actually do a show on the vessel. I would be down for that for you.
That'd be interesting if I could pull it off. But Well, it may not happen this time, but if it doesn't, hopefully they will have another one happen. And at that
Do you
point,
want me- I was
Isn't
just
that
gonna
like
say,
the second one anyways, so...
hey Circuit, do you want me to send you a bunch of pictures of shipwrecks to make you feel better?
no.
Yes.
Wait,
Do it.
which shipwreck are we talking about? Because there's a different shipwreck that would probably actually make me feel worse if you're talking about that one.
What, are you
Oh,
talking
I
about
just know of a
Titanic?
bunch of historic ones.
Oh, those.
Oh, I could send you the website full of a bunch of ships that went down in Lake Champlain. There's the whole website dedicated to it.
No.
You can also go scuba diving and visit them.
No.
Don't want
Well,
to do
anyways,
names.
I'm sure that you would have had a titanic amount of fun, but sadly, it is just a distant possibility now. Don't get cold feet.
It's okay. I guess I'll just have to be king of the world somewhere else. All right. Well, in any case, some big changes happening here on the Brony Show Hacienda, but we'll handle it as best we can. Where's that Hacienda?
Yeah, Hacienda.
Whoops. What did I... Okay. Well, that was terrible. All right. So, is there anybody else who wants to jump in with a little What's Up, Brony, before we move on?
I guess the upside is I'm not working 20 hours of overtime per paycheck.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
definitely
that's
nice.
probably where a lot of your money came from.
Yeah, I know, it's called landscaping. It's not too weird for me to see 30 hours worth of overtime on my paychecks.
Do you think it might pick up, though, when the summer hits and people are actually more willing to landscape?
I'm not doing landscaping anymore.
I stand corrected.
He's in his dream job of being an auto body thing.
Oh,
No, I'm just picking parts.
well,
I'm
that...
working in a scrapyard, so.
I don't know. That's not
Well,
too
that's
bad.
still a better dream job than landscaping.
Yeah, no, sadly I only see 10 hours of overtime per paycheck instead of a huge amount.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and jump gears here. All right. So we got a little bit of news here. Definitely some fun stuff, especially something that I'm excited. Actually, a lot of things I'm excited for. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get to the exciting stuff here. Now, I did not see this happening, and I'm really, really, really excited. But I'm just gonna go ahead and just start playing this.
Whoa! What is it? Luna! Where's Starlight? Stay indoors, Twilight. I'll go, I guess. Princess Luna? Twilight? Where are you? The fate of all of Equestria hangs in the balance. Yeah, Starlight. What are we gonna do? I don't know.
Pony hazard.
That's right. There's a complete mod of Resident Evil 1 PC version called Pony Hazard. Granted, they are still working on it at the moment. However, they have released a version 6 of the mod so far, which I have downloaded. So it is in some workable condition here. Also, the video has some instructions. But yeah, it basically replaces a lot of the character with ponies, and you get to run around Resident Evil 1 as Twilight and Starlight.
honestly, that's kind of awesome.
That kind of awesome. This is ridiculously awesome. This is the eager, happy, fun, awesome stuff that I keep hoping for. All this, and it's happened. It's finally happened.
And you know, it's the original, so it's only makes it better.
See,
You tell me there's going to be a Twilight / Starlight sandwich joke.
you almost were a Glimmy sandwich.
Yes.
I will now dedicate the next 5 minutes to any random Resident Evil jokes and puns that you can ponify.
You are almost a Twilight sandwich. Ooh,
I-
better. You are almost a Twinkie.
No, that was terrible. Here, I think you could use this. The Master of Books.
You need to come up with really bad jokes. That's what Resident Evil 1 was all about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although it's hard to actually try and come up with bad jokes because they,
It's hard to recreate the magic. I know.
I mean, you gotta go with B movie jokes. So it's really kind of hard to do.
Yes.
Wow, what a castle.
And here's the funny thing: I don't know if that's an actual line or something you just made up.
It's
It- it's-
off the line. I think it's Barry says when you first start the game. He goes like, "Wow, what a mansion."
Or does anybody know where this one's from? My, what fabulous knockers.
No.
It's Young Frankenstein.
That's right.
All right, yeah.
Peter, I'm holding Hooters.
Yes.
Pony. Actually, no. Let's jump to Resident Evil 3 instead of stars. Ponies. Ponies. Ow, that hurt a little. The elements. Oh, that's it. Vaguely got it. Vaguely get it. It might come in handy for you. The element of unlocking. Take it with you.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Vaguely.
This is why we love Vaguely Creepy. He is awesome.
But I am completely 100% not kidding that you can mess with this right now. You can download it. They do have I'm guessing a workable version. It is based in the original Resident Evil for PC, so it's Windows 95. So you're gonna have to do some finagling. I'm not gonna lie there.
But it will be worth it.
It will be so
For
worth
the
it. But
polygons.
yeah, you can see here's all the files right here. I just opened up Resident Evil. I tried launching it. It didn't work too well, so I'm going to have to mess with it a little bit until I can figure out how to make it work properly. But if everything goes well, we'll probably actually do a Let's Play of it next week. Definitely next week.
Well, at the very least, you can look up the frequently asked questions on why does this keep crashing from the mod site.
Well, there's that, too. But let's go ahead and move on to the other thing that I'm really, really excited for, because it's been so long since we did one of these. And they used to be like every other week, and they're just so awesome. And of course, I'm talking about random pony merchandise.
Yes.
It has been a long time.
It has been. So yeah, in fact, the random pony merchandise is like fifth one down in the notes, but I'm just jumping to it now because I'm so excited. So first off, of course, we're gonna start with something that is pony in theme, but not related to My Little Pony. Of course, we're talking about unicorn-shaped macaroni and cheese.
Honestly,
boy.
at this point, we'll do anything.
Yes.
More ripoffs.
Well, it's not exactly a ripoff. They're just doing a generic unicorn on it, like they did with the Lucky Charms unicorn, the unicorn cereal unicorn. They really are putting unicorns on practically everything now, aren't they? What
Yeah,
if?
dude, you have at least several thousand people that are bummed about the show ending, and people are cashing in.
Well, now they're ripping off Rarity.
That's not a rarity because purple is royalty and white's purity, so it's not that.
Unfortunately, the only thing I can think of at this point is just Magneto and like, what have I done?
I'm just questioning why is the horn in the middle of the head?
It's a generic unicorn. You can't win this one.
It just looks weird.
But let's go on to other merchandise here. We do have a throw pillow of Perfect Friends with a very stylized Rarity and Fluttershy, which I actually think is on one of my calendars here too. But in any case, I do like the art style though. It is a lot better than the random generic stuff we've been seeing.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go to the Sorry.
Was just bring back the Magneto thing to the person that left off the ad block, so we now have the Unleash Magneto's power at the gala.
I get it. I goofed it. Jeez. But here, but for those of you who missed the generic pony icons, here's one: popping candy in China.
Yay!
Oh,
Still
they
images.
just took the vector and went whee!
Yep. And for those of you who are like, but I need to rub myself clean because of all this pony stuff. It's making me feel dirty.
Chibi ponies.
Sorry, I had to sneeze there, but yeah.
It's all right.
Head to toe body wash with very baby looking ponies.
Oh no.
Oh, that is definitely something they took for the fandom.
Well, no duh. And over in China, here are Happy Pony clothing in a store. The image just speaks for itself.
I
You
can't
know,
help but
in all honesty, this is China. Should we expect anything different?
All right, and here's also America's version of Kinder Eggs, because apparently we can't be trusted to not eat a toy in the middle of a chocolate egg. So yeah,
So I know my stream was out of sync, but as I look back at the stream and you were saying that, I got a picture of soap.
got a what? Got a picture of soap.
Because my stream's out of sync, it's just like when you said, because Americans can't be trusted to not eat toys. I just see soap.
You laugh, but that is probably something.
Are you kidding? That's hilarious. I will laugh.
That's perfect. I like that. Anyway.
Yeah. But yes, yeah, I actually found one of these eggs, and yeah, the toys are tiny. These things are small. I only got a
Well,
peek.
it's like you imagine the size of an egg, then the pony's about half the size of the egg. Yeah.
They're small, but they're actually they're pretty well designed for a tiny pony. You can actually use. Sorry.
I actually have one of those in here. Hang on. I'll get it for a line open.
Oh, he's dead.
Can you share screens?
Oh no, I think he's talking about something else.
No, he has won the egg.
I don't doubt that, but he's probably going to take a picture or something.
Yeah, he's gonna take pictures. I'm willing to bet. So.
Yeah.
And a pen. And
But yeah, these things are so tiny. I could see them being used as D&D miniatures, which actually would be
Okay.
really awesome.
I got
I can
it.
see that.
I got it.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and slowly open the box.
Oh, you hear that sound? Get closer to the mic.
Yeah. And the egg is not in the toy is not in the egg.
Yeah, like I said, they don't trust us, so they actually put the toy in a little tiny plastic cylinder thing.
Yeah, so
Oh,
you get like this mill of chocolate. And that's it.
That's just bum. But the neat thing
Yeah.
is, I got. Hang on, I'm trying to get out. Yeah. Got Celestia, and her horn is horribly curved to the side.
It's fine. Just grab a
Oh, we
torch,
didn't get
warm it up,
Celestia.
straighten it out.
You're
It's
right.
fine.
Hey, you know, hey, you know what? It's perfectly natural for some of them to hang to the side.
Oh my god. Also, her eyes are just like the big Celestia toys are totally dirt when you look at her from the front. That is.
That tells you the quality. That tells you it's perfect.
And the chocolate.
Well, while we here comes a chocolate review.
Isn't it?
It's okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's really mad chocolate and a really tiny toy. I mean, these are for kids, let's face it.
I got one of those. It was for Christmas, but it wasn't with ponies. It was with an animal, and the chocolate was the bitterest thing I've ever had.
Bitter chocolate's not too bad. It's just if you're.
Depends on what you're expecting.
I'm talking about. It was like the bitter burnt taste.
Ah.
Yeah, it is not the good one.
All right, so a card store called Giant apparently has a pony card. So we'll just talk about that for a second. And now let's go ahead and go to a store called in Minsk that has Lego pony knockoffs.
Is it My Little Lonely?
I don't know. It looks like My Little Lonnie. Little Lonnie, my little Lonnie, try to put this on a Lego brick.
Or if you squint at it and kind of tilt your head to the side, it says My Little Brony, but it's just...
My little Lonnie, stepping on it hurts like shit.
I also like how, that's the movie graphic they're using.
Yeah, it's a movie graphic.
Beautiful.
Everything about this is glorious. This is why I love the random merchandise. So let's go.
I'm waiting For
Now,
sure,
you think
for
this is
sure.
bad? Let's go ahead and get to the next step of bad. Beauty horse over at a Finland flea market.
Oh, ew.
Right next to the real pony stuff, even.
What are these
Right in the.
put together?
It's not even next to. It's in the middle. It's in the middle.
Yeah.
I see a Fluttershy on the left. I see a Rainbow Dash on the right, and there's these horrible amalgamations of combinations.
And there's something hanging that's also My Little Pony down below. Yeah, it is right in the middle.
Yeah, that's a G 3.5 that we all agreed should burn.
That is not a
They got-
3.5. This is a G knockoff.
No, I'm talking about the one on the left.
That's not 3.5, man.
No,
Oh,
I'm-
that one. It's their knockoffs, though. They're knockoffs. Even the 3.5s are knockoffs.
Yeah, the other three actually look decent.
Actually, Psychotic Nova, this is not fake. This is 100% real. However, you have to keep in mind that this was found in a Finland flea market.
I think his reaction was when the other one was up. The
Yeah, I think
Lego.
the Lego one.
Like, well, no, that's also real.
That's also real, and that was found in Minsk.
It's really unbelievable.
It actually is surprising what the hell they can get away with overseas as compared to the U.S.
Yeah, because I'm like over here, it's like,
Jesus.
oh,
God.
However,
you're using like all these properties right here. It's like you would be burned to the ground instantly.
we do get something they don't. We get Pinkie Pie pinatas
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
over at Zurchers, which I actually do have one nearby me. So you can have a Pinkie Pie pinata, so you can beat the living crap out of her for candy. Something's not right
Just-
here.
Just like you always wanted. You get a smash pinky.
Smash Pinkie. Oh, that feels so wrong. All right, so
We've all had the
Don't lie to yourself, Circuit. You know it's what you want.
You
Oh.
always wanted to, we know.
all right, now I think we've actually. Every time I think we've reached the epitome of pony-related merchandise, they always release something I never would have expected and completely blows me away. And we have found another one. Behold, the Rainbow Dash Anti-Cavity Fluoride Rinse.
Still not surprised.
That's hey. That says Firefly.
Yeah, Firefly.
The
Oh,
Firefly is a company that makes the stupid stuff. But I wish Firefly Dash. Oh wow. Okay, yeah. Here we go. Thank you, Toa. Here's an image of Bent Lestia, and that is a penny next to her.
Yeah, they are tiny, like I said.
They are
Well, we
tiny.
both kind of said they are tiny.
They are tiny, but yeah, this gives you a really good indication. And also, it looks like Cole also has an interesting little ingredient there: apples, honey, cinnamon, cloves, and allspice.
Also, am I the only one looking at this and thinking it looks like it's made out of like clay?
You're not wrong. Also, the back hoop's unpainted.
Well,
I've seen
I'm
better
really
quality
surprised.
things, but yeah.
I've seen high quality, but I've seen much worse with bigger sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like through
Also,
the one-
second, the irony of that anti-cavity mouthwash with Rainbow Dash, her original name was Firefly, so...
Touche.
Tushy.
Touche. Oh, and Psychotic Nova was talking about Legos. Yeah, it's a knockoff. There's no question that it's a knockoff, but it is real. It's a real knockoff. Which says a lot.
Trust me, as someone who has been in the Lego scene for a good long time, there are a lot of knockoffs.
Please, Marge, this is a genuine phony.
All right.
March? Oh man, what did I do? That was not the voice at all.
Okay.
March?
All right. So, a brand new comic from an official magazine. That is literally what they call it, official magazine. So, I don't know if it's an official pony magazine or kids magazine or girls magazine or what. But an
Or the
official
company that prints it.
an official comic has come out that was in Polish. However, they were awesome enough to translate it. Unfortunately, we're running behind, or else I would have actually voice acted this entire thing for you as a makeup for the fact that we're not going to be talking about the side comic today. But yes, CMC are apparently talking to Sandbar, and it looks like they're not using vectors. They're actually doing some custom art to this, so I will give them some credit. Actually, it looks really nice. I kind of like this. We'll probably read this next week. You know what? I think we will. Put it on the tablet. We'll do it next week. Although I really wish I had the silly Rainbow Dash picture or something like that. I like that silly Rainbow Dash. It's one of the best smileys I found for our Discord. By the way, join the Brony Show Discord. We have cookies.
Shameless plugging here.
There's cookies and punch for the door.
Now, it looks like...
Yeah, somebody might expect it.
Now, we should have all seen this coming, and none of us should be surprised. Discovery Family has decided that in 5 days, they're going to run the 8-day Ponypalooza, starting March 30th. So for a week and a day, they're showing pony episodes. Lots and lots and lots of pony episodes.
That is too many. That is too much pony.
Are you kidding? That's a perfect amount of pony. Especially considering that it's a lead up to the final season.
That
That's too
is
much pony.
exactly what 4chan does for the pony anniversary on SyncTube.
Yeah, but at the same time, you don't have to worry about sudden nudity popping up.
That'd be great
Yeah,
if I
but
wasn't.
that's fun.
That'd be great if I wasn't getting ready for Winning City.
There's that too. But yeah, 4chan is probably going to be doing their own thing. We will announce that as well because, actually, have they made any announcements yet?
No. I don't know. I don't usually check out for it. I just know that they do the for the My Little Pony anniversary. They do the
Yeah, I was
the
right.
24-hour just marathon through all of the pony episodes. Although this year they actually also included random fandom videos and stuff. You know, just the classics that most people forgot about. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nice. I saw
Yeah.
some of that. I saw some other things, but I saw that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a good it's 4chan.
I know, it's
yeah,
4chan.
It's everything.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go ahead and move on here then before we start getting people curious and checking it out. Unless people know if they're doing anything for the Season 9 premiere. But the IDW Comics have announced the next little few things. Of course, issue 76 of the My Little Pony Friendship is Magic released last week. And I haven't not caught up on the story yet, but I did take a quick look. The story is still not over. This has spanned for about 4 to 5 comics, and it's still going. So this is a hell of an arc. And yeah, you think the shit hit the fan? The shit has really hit the fan.
In fact, you're jamming up the fan even now. It's kind of getting a little bit
If
nasty.
you can jam it up the fan even more, you're gonna have to do a Jackbox Party 5 in order to figure out a good solution for it.
Yes.
Boss, there is no fan.
Moving on. And also, they have announced the next side series, which is going to be Spirit of the Forest, which I also have to put a reservation down because I want to get these comics as well. But yeah, Spirit of the Forest. But it does look like issue 79 will finally be the end of the massive story arc. So it is going to end soon. But it will, after it ends, it looks like Ponyville is having its anniversary. With Mare and Apple Bloom getting involved somehow. Be very scared.
Well, considering Apple Bloom is one of the descendants of the founders, it's kind of like you would expect something like it.
Good point. That is actually pretty cool. And finally, a little bit of a fan shout out here. This is from Alan Aknewen. I'm pretty sure I mispronounced that horribly, and I apologize if you ever hear this. But it looks like a pony fan out there has gone through has set up his Discord with a bunch of 2019 calendars with all different ponies that you can use for a calendar this year if you haven't had a chance to pick one up. You can pick your favorite pony, or you can pick all of them and put them in a nice little random coloration where it just goes through them all at random times.
Slideshow it forever.
Slideshow it forever. But it looks pretty cool, and it is pretty nice, especially since sometimes you can't just quite find that good wall calendar, but you do want to have ponies in every day of your life, literally. So, yeah, be sure to check it out. And with that, we're going to go on to the challenge of the week.
I knew I was forgetting something.
It's all right. We got plenty.
Yeah.
Yes, challenge of the week.
Challenge of the week. And the Protest Initiative Challenge.
And since I'm such a good sport, can you tell us what the Protest Initiative Challenge was?
Calendars.
No.
Are you sure?
It says it.
Oh, right. Should I say what it is?
Yes.
Say what I'm supposed to. Oh, okay. Okay, I missed my cue. Okay.
That-
Okay. Okay.
We let you up
Business
in
cards.
everything.
It is business cards. For ponies? Question mark. It is ponies and business cards for ponies. Who knows? Whatever you decide to do that involve business cards and ponies. So, show me.
Oh, so that's what that was. Okay. All right. And we have a few different entries here. Some from familiar faces, some from newer faces, which are still also welcome. And of course, we're going to go ahead and dip right into the familiar face that has been a little more on and off as of late. Of course, we are talking about Dr. Bristle.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh boy.
So Dr. Bristle, of course, has done two. We have the Lyra after St. Patty's Day. Looks like she's just taking a nap with a big old pot of golden coins next to a water tower, and for some odd reason, annoying orange.
Oh, the annoying over.
Why?
I thought that was died years ago. Why is it back?
Remember, children, there's no wrong way to fantasize. Except for that.
Remember, children, there are no stupid questions. Except Billy's questions.
Yes.
But for it is definitely a nice little quiet image. Of course, we do get the combination of things. We have the looks like, actually, I think I'm just double checking this. Oh no. Okay, so Sleepy Lyra is definitely art from a primordial dwarf. It is credited here. Water Tower is a vector, and of course everything else, I'm guessing the orange and the birds, and probably even the pot of gold from the looks of it, are done by Bristle. So we have the Bristle trio once again. And of course, as Bristle is wont to do, he did another art entry for the other challenge. Of course, pony business cards. And it looks like Dr. Bristle but it made the business card in question as the co-founder of the Castle of Friendship in Ponyville, Equestria, and has a website, bristletwilightresearch.net. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not going to look it up, but I say don't.
Ah.
You know what? I can't. If I don't challenge myself, no, nothing's there. Nothing exists.
Yay!
Okay, that's a solid business card.
It is.
Yes. The dimensions are a bit off, but hey, it's looks the part. It's a business card.
It definitely
Okay.
does.
It's a card to do business with.
And of course, it looks like we still got. Actually, we got a tour. The only thing that is not custom made is the Twilight cutie mark in the background there. Light bulb, the text obviously, and the little symbols there. All custom made Bristle work.
All right. Props to Bristle for custom making most of the card. All right.
All right, and with that, next we have our next submission. Of course, this is from one of the more newbie submissioners here. Of course, we're talking about the one and the only Steam Engine. And he submitted for the Lyra After St. Patty's Day Challenge. And of course, he submitted a comic strip. With Bonbon coming in, "Good morning, Lyra. I thought we could plan a picnic later." Hold on, don't tell me. Oh, my head. I knew it was a celebration and all, but geez, Lyra, save some for the working ponies, huh? Weren't you the one who always bragged about your drinking skills? Look at the guess the luck of the Irish wasn't with you this time. No, no bad puns. You're gonna make it worse. And okay, for a second there, it almost looked like the tanker there was actually a toilet tank. But no, Lyra with a giant tankard of booze.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Well,
And I like it.
yeah, it's a full comic. Cool.
I like it.
And no business cards.
Got no business
Fine.
cards. And
Weep.
and now of course we have Toa Koi, who also opted just for Lyra after St. Patty's Day.
Nope. Business card.
Really? Because I'm looking at it right now.
Look at the table.
You put a small little gif of a business card at on the what?
Small little gift, no. Actual business card with me in my cleaning pose going, yeah, that's the only thing left. And Lyra face down after everything. Also, if you look at the other thing I posted in content creation, this was based off what happened after that comic cover was done.
I'll give him credit there.
And a lot of that was eyesight just for the gradients and for trying to get the layout just right.
Of course, I probably would have been a little more impressed if you actually still had Lyra's dress on.
I know, but as the old saying goes, tequila makes my clothes fall off.
But not tequila.
Fair enough. But in any case, I will give him a little credit. It is kind of funny that basically we just have a Lyra face planted in the middle of the ground. Granted, admittedly, the whole business card thing and the fact that Toa was apparently hired to clean, kind of got slid a little by the wayside, but I could see it.
Also, little blip underneath helped.
Yep. Little blurb. But Toa also made a submission, so we have Dr. Bristle, Steam Engine, and Toa. And unfortunately, I had to give it to Steam Engine. No, not unfortunate. I like it. Steam Engine is doing some awesome stuff. I have to give it to him again. The comic strip idea was good, and Toa did have a wonderfully hilarious image here, but Steam Engine also had a pun.
Yeah.
He had the Lyrish pun, and that officially wins in my book.
Yeah.
And now for the protest initiative. Now,
And,
that was supposed to be words until it wasn't. All right. Well, now I'm speaking in tongues. I guess since that's a piddle business card tribute to that's no. That's just a little. That's no. So I'm giving the point to Bristle.
To be fair, Cole, it took a lot of time to get the gradients, drawing that Lyra, and drawing that background.
That may
I did
be,
this in 2 days.
but business card.
I
That's
understand.
my grab. Although if we're just going for which one I like the most, I don't know. Steam Engine did go for a full comic. That was pretty nice. Toa, yours is nice too, though. And I like the fact that you added gradients. Good for you. That's good.
Yep, nobody here is going to say that Toa didn't do a good job. Somebody just did better.
I know. Dude, if
But
I was
in the-
bitter about this, I would have quit long ago. I'm basically just a fan art generator at this point.
Well, yeah, I know you would have quit long ago. We just want to let you know that we do appreciate the efforts and they do not go unrewarded.
I know.
But I have to say, the ultimate winner this week is capitalism.
Yes.
Yay!
Business.
I'm okay with that. Ah!
Money.
Money,
And
moolah.
funny.
Fans will-
Cash.
Dosh! Hey, what does YouTube say?
Holler, holler, get dollar.
Apparently that.
Yes.
Let's see. Bristle actually winning. Okay, that's that's actually good. Alright. So let's see. I don't know what to say. I'm not lucky. Guy. Okay, they're talking a little bit about XCOM and something about Bard needing Bird of Persuasion. Yeah.
So I'm kind of sad I didn't do anything this week, but when your Monday starts with you working an extra 3 hours, you're like, oh, I was gonna do this the week.
Well, in that case, it's time to go ahead and announce the next big thing. Of course, the next biggest thing will be the challenge of the week for next week, which will be ponies finally welcoming spring. I say finally, as unfortunately spring did not come in easily this year, apparently. Snowstorms aplenty, rainstorms a brewing, but finally it looks like things are slowly clearing up to the point where apparently half of the mid-eastern U.S. is going to get flooded. Apparently. That's what I hear.
Second, you gotta remember, March either comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb, or comes in like a lamb, goes out like a lion.
Actually, it looks like everything is lioning.
Yeah, I've been just happy that I haven't had to work in mud every single day of the week.
Hey, what's the props? You don't have to worry about being in mud.
But the challenge of the week, ponies finally welcoming spring. Though if it looks like spring might not be coming willingly, you can go ahead and put in a few a few rain showers, maybe suddenly a blistering heat. Maybe somehow Rarity got a hold of the clouds again and she's doing that weird checkerboard pattern just to drive us all crazy. But ponies welcoming spring. What could it mean? What could it bring? You better bring it. Bring on the spring.
There's just so much snow here.
And now the Protest Initiative Challenge.
The Protest Initiative Challenge this week is maple. That's right, maple something. Are there ponies tapping maple trees? Possibly. Are they just having maple syrup on their pancakes or in other baked goods or inside recipes? Who knows? But it must involve maple. Maple sugar, maple trees, whatever. So, go for it. Also, just a quick note, the only time we've ever actually seen tree tapping for sap in MLP was in Season 1 in the Whitetail Woods during the race between Applejack and Rainbow Dash, which is in fall, which is the exact wrong time of the year. It's like the opposite time of the year when you tap the trees.
It's pony. It's fine.
Yeah. So if you want to make it in fall, go for it. It'll be accurate to ponies, and I support it.
And just
also, props to research.
Cole went to a maple facility over the weekend.
Facility? No.
Cool! Anyways.
Sorry, I blanked.
What'd I do?
Yeah.
Have fun,
It was a
Goose.
maple
I
open house weekend.
Off to work.
That's Cole correcting me.
Alright, well, Random Blinked is randomed out. And I'd say that is a good time for us to segue. Of course, we're going to go segue to our panelist time. Now, of course, most everybody here should know what to do in regards to panelists here. Who doesn't? Or at least have a general idea at this point?
Yeah, I'll be perfectly honest, I don't remember.
I don't got the foggiest. Make the rundown.
Alright, well, here...
Captain while Cole be's one other. That way I can help.
Okay. Well, here's the general rundown. Now, the whole idea of the panelist thing is we're going to give you a scenario. Now, the scenario here is sometimes we will give you two options. Sometimes it'll be open-ended. Just for the sake of something random here. And by random, I mean I'm just going to grab a page out of one of Toa's if I can find it real fast. Apparently I can't. Here we go. Alright, so really quick, through some form of mishap, you happen to be the next one to hold the Bloodstone Scepter and now rule over the dragons. What is your first act as ruler? Granted, that's not exactly the silliness I would go with. Or more like, well, just to actually, here's one that we did use. Unfortunately, due to a magical mishap and Pinkie Pie, cakes are no longer available to Equestria for an entire week, and unfortunately, Celestia has been completely stressed out and needs a sugar fix. Do you offer her puddings that are unfortunately made out of substandard products? Or do you offer her fruit in a horrible attempt to try to get her a healthier lifestyle. One of you would choose, in that case, one of you would choose an option. The other one would default to the other one, and then you would have to try to debate why your option is the better one. Of course, I think Toa's suggestion would be a good idea, and we should probably have Coal Dust as team leader as one of the lead, and Tech Stallion, or what? Tech
We have
Stallion.
team leaders? Oh no.
Well, technically for one of the teams, anyway.
Okay, who is my partner in crime? Who am I with? To I don't know.
That's the question. Tech Stallion, you said you pretty much know what is going on regarding this as well.
Well, a general idea.
Fair enough. Okay, so Coldust, you have to decide between Deathlight Productions and Suki.
I guess I'll go with Deathlight.
All right.
Deathlight.
And-
Come
I'll
over
be a
here.
wingman. It's
Fair.
fine.
all right, and you two go ahead and come up with a quirky, fun team name. Tech Stallion, you get Suki.
Okay.
And you two come up with a quirky, fun name. And while they are setting up our name, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Brony Show Panelists. Of course, we are going to have to change this up a bit, so let's go ahead and make sure we have... Unfortunately, I don't have a panelist thing ready, but I'm going to go ahead and set up our first image for the panelists. Now, as was meant... Oh, CMC here! Great, CMC! I'm sure you'd be more welcome help in getting things at least somewhat swimmingly.
I have a pizza. I just sat down. What's going on?
We're just about to start the panelists.
Right. I have a pizza, though.
Well, we just need somebody to help them out if they kind of get stuck or lost on the whole idea, because admittedly it's a difficult concept for me to explain in less than 5 minutes.
And I'm still not on a team for reasons, apparently.
Actually, so in your case, I would like you to keep an eye on the chat and be sure to apply replies from the chat to everybody while this is going on. Essentially, need to be our chat coordinator.
Roger. The only chat I lack is YouTube.
Not a problem there. All right. So, and with that, let's go ahead and get started here. Now, first off, Coal Dust, you and Deathlight are together. What is your team name?
We didn't really decide. We both had a name. Deathlight's idea was Choo Choo Kaboom, and mine was Horse Remorse.
Which are both pretty good.
Whichever one works best with you for you, Circuit.
Horse Kaboom it is.
Horse Kaboom, okay.
but doesn't slide.
It does not slide, but we got to combine best of both worlds because I couldn't decide on that. It's not my job to decide. You are the debaters. You have to decide. And Tech Stallion and Suki, what is your team name?
We ain't got shit.
We ain't got shit. We ain't got shit. I'd say that's a good.
one, actually.
That is actually a good name.
Yeah,
All right.
The other option was Team Taffy. Tired as fuck, you douchebag.
Alright, let's get this going.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and start off with the first topic here. Now, this is one that I managed to chalk up after a recent run-in with a familiar PMV. So, trouble has hit in Equestria. Unfortunately, due to temporal mechanics and a new line of princess toys, the normal heroes are not available to come across this threat. So, unfortunately, you have one of two decisions. Do you fight the latest threat of Equestria with Princess Pinkie Pie and an endless supply of sugar-loaded cupcakes? Or do you team up with Princess Rarity and her endless ensemble of beautiful dresses and very large bonus check? And we're going to go ahead and really quick, actually, I don't think the dice randomizer works on this, does it?
Flip a coin.
Quickly, just do roll check.
Okay, you know what? Hold on. I can't believe I'm going to go with this. I'm thinking a number between 1 and 10. Team Coldust. Sorry, really quick.
Did you want to go Pinkie Pie?
Well, I'm thinking a number
You
between.
got this.
We're trying to figure out who goes first.
Oh, I'm stupid. I thought you already did a
Yeah.
dice roll. Fuck. I'm paying attention. 12.
1 and 10, somewhere in the middle.
Divide by 6. 2?
2.
Okay, Tech Stallion.
I'm paying attention.
Tech Stallion and Suki, your team has the lead, so what scenario do you decide? Do you team up with Princess Pinkie Pie or Princess Rarity?
Added thing, Pinkie
I
Pie
was
is also
Pinkie.
chaotic.
What about
so
you,
that's
Pinkie?
it.
Hold it. So
Okay,
what?
I didn't hear shit.
Neither did I. Toa, try to keep it down unless there's something in the chat room.
Pinkie.
All right.
I would go with Pinky. What about you, Suki?
Well, I mean, you got to think of it this way. So, Pinky, you get you have the powers of randomness. You have basically she pretty much just do whatever. And with Princess powers, you did that. But with Rarity, he did mention the bonus check, so there's money flowing, which means you can basically pay off anybody.
So which one does your team decide to pick?
I would still go with Pinky. 'Cause
Dr. Bristle
anything
was
random
just
can
for fun,
happen
it doesn't
first.
matter.
Yeah, you know what? I think let's see. Yeah, I think really to have the element of surprise, or really just the element of confusion, just kind of, I guess, it's kind of trumps anything there, because, I mean, hell, your enemy has no idea how to deal with you.
All right.
Oh, and
Okay.
she's got the confetti cannon.
Okay, so
Uh,
Team Tech Stallion has Pinky, that means Rarity goes to Skull.
And unfortunately, I have an usurping robot on my hands. Toa, keep an eye on the chats.
I am.
In that case, quit interrupting. So, Coldust, Deathlight. It looks like you two are with Team Princess Rarity.
All right. This works. We got this.
All right.
Industrial will win.
Yes.
All right.
We got this.
All right. Well, why don't you go ahead and tell us why you have this?
Oh, is it our turn to... Okay, cool. We're going first. We got this. All right. Well, here's how we go. So, we're fighting with Princess Rarity and her, like, super amount of dresses and stuff. So Deathlight, tell me, what is one of the biggest problems of war that people face, money-wise? Do you know?
No one is properly clothed.
Exactly. Uniforms. No one has the proper uniform. Now, Rarity is, of course, a dress designer. And what are the majority of ponies in Equestria? Mares. They are female. So therefore, the standard garb when it comes to dressing soldiers will never do. So, having a queen of, or princess rather, of dresses is the perfect thing to get things done and get people, ponies, riled up to fight against the thing.
And you can outfit them all in battle skirts. You know from the shows and stuff, they are just fantastic because they don't get in the way, and you can hold a bunch of stuff in there that you didn't even know you could.
Not to mention skirts when it comes to ponies, as opposed to, pants. That means that these ponies can have their butts open and ready to distract the enemy with their cutie marks. Yes, because who can fight somebody who you don't even know what their special talent is?
Exactly.
All
And
right.
imagine this. Like the boys from Ireland, you always were scared of them because their nicknames will be the ladies from hell.
Oh,
All right. So, other than skirting the Rule 34 line, it looks like you put up a good argument. So, Textalion and Suki, you are paired up with the party princess Pinkie Pie.
Okay.
How would you? How are you going to win the war of Equestria with this?
Okay. As I said when we were trying to figure this out. So, one of the biggest things you can have in any sort of war or just even a tactical base is the element of surprise. Always catching your enemy off guard and always keeping them on their toes, not knowing what you're going to do. Pinkie Pie is pretty much the perfect one to do that because hell, even the people who follow her have no idea what the hell she's thinking. So,
Honda has a clue, so.
Yeah. Okay. He does bring up a good point, and that's why that's why in this situation, not only would you get Pinkie Pie, you would also get the entire Pie family. Maud would be the one to take any and all orders, would funnel it down to those that need to be led, and pretty much make it make sense. Limestone would be the perfect drill sergeant because God help you if you touch Holder's boulder while you're on the training field. But and then Marble, Marble's the representative of the effort. She's the she's the eye candy. There you go.
Would it
And we've
still
all
be?
seen how strong Maud is. She can literally rip through all that rock.
But
Oh, and don't forget about that pool of duplication. I forgot what that name of that pool is. But imagine if you duplicated the whole Pie family with their weapons and everything. You could take on Rarity's whole army with just those battle skirts. With practicality.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, like you just said, there's.
Hold on. Have we actually just said what the enemy is that they have to fight?
It's pretty much a generic whatever enemy seems to threaten them this week. I mean, let's face it, they're basically all mad for power for some reason or another. Tyrek was after magic. Chrissy was after love. The horn guy was after crystals. Cozy Glow was after Facebook friends. They're just basically mad with power, essentially.
See, and once again, that's the thing. Pinkie Pie is perfect for all that. Think about this. You make the joke that she was after Facebook friends. Pinkie Pie would invent Facebook in Equestria just to make that make sense.
You ain't wrong.
Fair enough. All right, Coldust, Deathlight Production, Team Explodey Horse. Sorry, I forgot the name. You had such good names and I called them together that I caused it all to explode in my head. I had it in my head.
You see, we can make it explode, then explode again, then explode the third time in your head.
All right, I guess we'll stick with Explodey Horse. So Team Explodey Horse, rebuttal.
Well, morale. You know what they say, clothes make the pony. You remember that one episode completely dedicated to whenever Fluttershy was trying on all these different dresses to sort of change her persona. So, how do you get a bunch of frightened ponies ready to battle to the death? Or, battle until they're tackled or put into like some weird cocoon thing. I don't know what they do. Anyways, how? Simple. Dress them. Indeed, a battle ensemble. Dress them for war. Gotta
also,
shape
don't
up.
forget, Reddy does have the ability now to probably make gem armor.
I have a question though. The
Yes.
mirror pool.
Oh.
You brought up the mirror pool. We know it copies organic life. Does it copy inorganic objects? Or not living things anymore?
Actually, I think we have evidence of that
we
because
throw a pebble in there and then the pebble didn't come back.
but we did see that a boulder was there at the water, and then two suddenly popped up at one point when it was shown.
Was it?
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
No, second. They sealed it with a boulder. And,
No. I'm talking about a different boulder.
Hold on. I don't remember this.
I'll look it up. You guys
The
keep the.
okay, I did a turn of phrase. The mod's pet rock.
Yeah, no.
They're actually remember.
If you remember the phrasing of the poem, it is you have to have a certain mindset. So it is.
But there was actually a moment where Pinkie Pie was showing Maud the duplication pond. You got to see Boulder was there on the ground. They panned away. They panned away, and then they came back, and there were two boulders. Boulder duplicated himself.
But does that go?
That just proves Boulder's sentient.
Exactly.
It does.
Does that go to clothing though?
But it also proves that Boulder is also a non-organic life form. So if he said whether he's sentient or not is not the question. The fact that he's a rock and he duplicated himself with the mirror pool.
Circuit, I'm gonna put that to Pinky's powers and just being able to break the rules of the thing that she's using.
Oh, he's sliding in to take over the only advantage you guys were trying to come up with. Okay. But at the moment, that is what is canon on the show. Whether you want to believe that the mirror pool can clone inorganic material is up to you.
Cole, we have an episode to rewatch. Very slow.
Yep.
Frame by frame.
Okay.
Or we could just find a picture of it or two.
Frame by frame.
Screen, by the way, CMC.
All right. Okay, so that was a rebuttal. Let's go ahead and go on to the counter rebuttal one more time with Suki and Textalion, or Team I Don't Give a Flyer. Team I Don't Give a Shit.
No, it was I Ain't Got Shit.
I Ain't Got Shit. Oh, sorry.
Wow, Turkey, you are forgetting everyone's names today.
I'm bouncing back and forth to try to make sure.
I do have one little rebuttal here.
Okay. So
Well, do what the enemy doesn't expect. Like Suki said, keep the element of surprise.
Okay.
I mean, she can summon rap singers in a rap background in a split second from that testing 1, 2, 3 episode. And if she can do that, she can do pretty much whatever she wants.
You know what? Okay, so one, I'm actually gonna make a counterpoint to something that the other side brought up. But first of all, actually, kind of play off that. You bring into that whole thing where she can just sort of randomly have ponies show up. Who's to say Pinkie Pie can't just basically sneak way into the enemy compound stronghold, and all of a sudden she just uses her powers. Her entire army's right there. And now you've already basically put the entire army right there, caught them all off guard.
It's like teleporting a tank into a room.
Yeah, but there's that, and I also want to make a counterpoint to the morale argument that they brought up. Pinkie Pie is basically made for raising morale. The fact is that you would go in knowing that when you come back, Pinkie Pie is going to pretty much throw the awesome parties. She's gonna throw the major celebrations. It's gonna feel worth it to get this done, and hell you will probably get fed enough sugar that you'll be in a diabetic coma until the next battle.
all right. So, chat room, I'm going to leave it up to you. Who won the debate? Was it Explodey Pony and their their fashionista princess, or was it team? I ain't got shit. Okay. Oh damn. Okay, sorry. Okay, now I got a brain reference now. I should remember it now. Team I ain't got shit. And their party pony princess.
We ain't found shit.
I can't believe we ain't found shit.
I have to remind you, you forget one thing. Pinky runs on Cartoon Logic.
Well, yeah,
The
but
moment you
basically
guys
now.
chose Pinky, honestly, it is an uphill battle trying to defend saying character's better when you can have your character basically bring in whatever they please.
Yeah.
well, yeah, but at the same time, that also makes the argument that much more interesting because you can come up with things that maybe nobody else would have.
And also, as I said, Reddy can do gem armor, so any magic thing could be reflected off of it.
Okay, so there's one for I ain't got shit. There's one for, but they both suck. They're both not great. Well, they're the choices you have. Deal with it. Let's see.
I could have dipped into the Thought Equestria stuff.
But yeah,
In hindsight, like one element that we could have argued was like, hey, element of surprise. We could make some really intimidating outfits, like under rarity, and then scare the enemy away.
I'm going more for-
Pinky's team is winning with 2 votes, and Paul's team has 1.
Also,
was more going-
she has like the element of surprise in the sense of disguise, because let's not forget about those episodes way back, whenever like they were sneaking into the Dragonlands, and then like
Correction, it's now 3-0.
ouch.
damn. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Hey, I
All right.
Please vote.
Okay. All right. Well, in all fairness, it was a bit of a difficult decision, and it's really hard to come up against an omnipotent Looney Tunes power god.
Also,
Of course, being able to
Before we
magically.
jump off this one, though, I want to pull up something that the IRC chat did have that sounded interesting.
What's that?
So, Pinkie Pie has always got this weird, written better. But wouldn't the miscommunication between her and her soldiers be their downfall? Because Pinkie's mind is always going in so many directions.
Well, that's
How
why
does she make
got
sure
the
that
whole
she
Pie
gives-
family with her.
Well, I mean, even then, the Pie. Who knows how she'd react to the Pie family? We're dealing with the Princess Pinkie Pie, not the Princess Pinkie Pie family.
Yeah, just Pinkie Pie.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but here, to be perfectly honest, I think it would work out just because of the fact that while Pinkie Pie would be mostly random, she also essentially has the ability to tell the future.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn it.
Especially on the
Okay.
Mentats.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, you forgot her Pinky senses would also be incredibly enhanced. Not.
that's exactly what I was referring to, was the Pinky Sense. Because essentially, Pinky Sense is pretty much, I know what's about to happen.
All right. So I'd say for the most part, it looks like the Pink Party Princess would make the best defender of all of Equestria if for some reason temporal mechanics and random toy lines were the reason why nobody else was available.
And doesn't help that she can be anywhere she wants.
How many points?
All right, and they both get a shiny button, but But Tim, we ain't found shit gets a very shinier button with gold
We
inlay.
can wax ours, it's fine. We can cut them buff art.
Now for topic number 2. Good news! In your infinite wisdom, you've decided that you want to run a panel for a Brony convention. We'll say that this is BronyCon, and you decided that you want to run a panel just to say you did. However, due to several video games being released and a massive journey of self-discovery, you've missed getting in early for the panel requests, and unfortunately, all of the typical normal panels have already been taken. What panel do you submit in order to maintain your B-Fame horse status? So the question is, you have to submit a panel, and unfortunately all the good and normal and easy ones are taken. You have to think outside of the box on this one. And we're going to go ahead and go with Team We Ain't Found Shit. Wait, no, we already did them. We're going to go with Team Explodey Pony first.
I totally zoned out through our options. What were they?
There are no options.
You gotta make up
It's-
a panel.
You got to make up a panel in
Yeah.
order to maintain your B horse fame status. However, all of the good normal ones are taken. So no Brony and analysis panel, no looking back panel, no randomly dubbing over panel, and no artist panel. All of the good normal
None of the basics you always see.
none of the basics. All of them have already been taken. You have to go eccentric on this one.
Pony economics.
Ooh.
Yeah, all right. Yeah,
Okay,
we'll go with
so
that. Yeah,
Team Exploding Pony has economics.
Okay.
sounds good to me.
Okay, Exploding Pony has economics. Team, we ain't found shit. What kind of panel do you run in order to maintain your horse famous B status?
I was thinking either pony physics or the science of Pinkie Pie.
Yeah, aren't those already run by a very famous and well-known Fallout Equestria player?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go a little bit crazier.
Uh,
What would you do?
That's. I'll be perfectly honest. I'm barely functioning right now.
Okay.
It took all his power just to do the pinky one.
All right. I think in this case, we're gonna go ahead and help out Suki a little bit, and since we can't keep his mouth shut anyway, Toa.
Let's go with something just as crazy as economic. It's the locomotion of Equestria. Why do we not see anything more powerful than trains and airships? Why aren't there cars? Why isn't there a good road system? Or even canals? Why don't we have canals?
Okay, so you're thinking along the lines of the technology, or rather the lack of technology in Equestria.
Yes, along with the subwoofers and vinyls.
Yeah. Actually, was it? I swear I saw one of those pony one of those freaking canal ships.
Yeah, there's one. Of
I mean,
them.
they even had a freaking sailboat which got capsized by a freaking, what was it, honey dump?
And I'm trying to remember when they gone over to that big city. When they gone and looked over at the ocean, didn't you see ships?
Well, I know they had a few ships because I mean they got on a sailboat just because they were trying to do that whole picnic out at sea, and just got bunyip. The bunyip.
Although it is kind of interesting that they don't have canals in Equestria. Like, I've noticed that, they don't, that's like a big area of moving things across the land that was just kind of skipped.
All right, I think
I see that as a little bit of a spite thing to Cole because he can't run it.
okay. I think for the most part, I
But what
think.
do you know about canals to support your plan?
Well, I think the point is more motorized development. I don't think there's much of anything that actually has a general motor inside of it for the most part.
Motorized
Canal boats didn't
infrastructure.
have
Yeah.
canal boats didn't always have motors. They were pulled by horses.
Well,
Yeah, along both sides. And
What, really?
It's a lot easier making big engines than it is to make little compact engines. Believe me, you can have a lot less moving parts in the big engines than you can in the little engines.
Right, I think outside of maybe just one or two scenes where there was ever any kind of construction engine, there hasn't really been much in the way of massive or even minor engines.
And if you notice, most of them were steam powered, and that's because steam powered is way easier to run than gas or diesel.
Steam or pony powered, essentially.
Yeah.
But what about the helicopter? Season 5? Was it season 5?
Magic.
No, season 2 with, I think, Manuel? No, that's not right.
No. It was later than that.
I think it was the one
Twilight
that
was almost hit by the helicopter.
It was testing 1, 2, 3.
It was in testing 1, 2, 3.
I don't know. I think the problem with getting into the idea of contemporized mechanics is you're dealing with a world of literal magic.
Yeah, that's part of it.
I mean that you might need to come up with a different topic, or if you really want to go full bear on it, I won't stop you.
So I know it's funny that like just bringing up motors and stuff and just seeing that GIF on screen.
Good
I didn't
point.
look at the GIF.
It's a fun gift.
Well, my only other thought suggestion would be something along the lines of why are there so few. Well, honestly, why is there such a high female population, even if we see more men?
Well, you do realize that Tech Stallion and Suki are also on your team here.
Well, I'm throwing out ideas.
And to be perfectly honest, I'm barely functioning, and the only thing I can think of is just to go with the obvious joke and say, "Yeah, just talk about porn. It'll work."
Pretty much.
You know what? That actually might work.
You could also go with the genetic side of things too, you know.
Or even something that's kind of outside of the scope, like bronies. What do you do when the doors are closed? Or
You don't talk about that.
yeah. I was randomly fumbling. Give me a break here. I'm not the one that I'm not doing the one. I'm the one running this thing.
Have a game of trivia with early generation stuff and see how well that goes over.
There's also that.
I say as I download season 2.
I think an interesting thought-provoking panel would be what happens whenever a pony leaves their family because of their cutie mark.
Interesting. So, Tech Stallion, do you want to go with Toakoi on that topic? Or do you...
I could not quite hear him.
Toa?
Basically, we're doing the what if your cutie mark drives you away, like when the fears had Appaloom had about the whole getting her cutie mark.
Basically, a cutie mark literally separating you away from your family.
I guess I could take that one on.
All right. So they're going with the panel idea of a panel about cutie marks and how they can actually define a person's entire life, even separating them from family. Of course, Explodey Pony. In all of this, I completely forgot what your panel was.
And thus my strategy comes to fruition.
I'm hitting it automatically.
Oh, he wins because I forgot.
Yes.
Okay, no, it's not. But I'm sure our panelists remember, or did you guys forget?
Oh, I still remember it. It's fine.
Okay, so go ahead and why would your panel be the best way to go?
Well, first off, economics is very interesting in any society. I mean, we already had a decent chat about it with the steam engines and stuff like that, about pony versus engine power and how the magic works for the planes and stuff. It all goes back to one thing, economics.
And the same topic can touch upon many things such as agriculture, industry, magic, transportation, industry.
And the weight of a pony life.
All right. So,
Actually, weight of pony life is a really good thing to discuss. Ooh, adding that to the notes.
They need to get the glyph from somewhere.
all right. So, Team We Ain't Found Shit, and apparently Toa. Okay, so your panel. Why would your panel be the better option?
Well, here's one thought. Yeah, when I go to a convention, I want to sit there in a room basically being CNNBC. I'll be perfectly honest. I could not remember the name of the finance network. That's pretty much what happened there.
You know what?
C-SPAN, I believe.
Actually, you should have just gone with CNN Money. I'm gonna sit there and be CNN Money.
But yeah, we've seen a lot of ponies have passion with their cutie marks and be like, "This is what I'm meant to do." But we've also seen with Sugar Belle, she's a baker, but she's not as good as say Pinky, who was trained as a baker. And so she went out and was like, "I have to leave and find this place." She still goes back and forth, and she found love doing that, but she has to be away from it. Now, what if you just got your cutie mark and you've never left your town, city, or village, and realize, wait, I have to learn more about this. There has to be someone that knows this profession, and so you set off on an adventure. And then you settle down and you remember, oh yeah, I haven't seen my family in years. I feel sad. That's my quick little gist.
Textelling, do you have anything to add to that?
Okay, I couldn't quite hear what Suki was saying on that.
That was Toa.
If I'm too quiet, bump me up.
Okay. Why our panel would be more interesting?
Yeah. Why you should win the panel wars between the Be Famous.
Because we've already seen that one episode where Apple Bloom got all those other cutie marks. Where one of them, where the other Apple family was like, "Oh, your cutie mark isn't an apple. You are out of this family." Just
Actually,
think of
that
where
is a
Apple
logical
Bloom go
thing.
from there. You know,
That is
It's gonna be hard to imagine
definitely a
Sweetyville
possibility.
actually.
I mean, what if you're a steel worker and your child doesn't get anything related to that, and they are a paper mache maker? It would be like, but we were supposed to. People being petty.
Or look at the case of Pinkie Pie. Although it didn't really separate her from her family, it did make her family happy, though. Whereas the rest of the Pie family running with rocks, how ironic. Pinkie's is actually partying, whereas moving around rocks, boring.
Alright. Team Explodey Pony, rebuttal.
Okay, I guess I'll go. Whatever, Cole, you go.
All right. So, with economics, we have an endless possibility of things to talk to, because economics and cash monies relates to everything. Every decision made, we have the possibility of talking about the economic benefits of why a villain might do what they do. Why is Chrysalis trying to take over Canterlot in Season 2? Simple. Cash monies, economics, in the form of love.
loving.
We could discuss the economic value of love itself.
Well, okay, so counter rebuttal. I ain't got shit.
To be fair, you need people to work, and by having their cutie marks, they can move on to other places to make someone's economy better. So, economy would still be a part of our topic, but it would be a minor part because we're more emotional and seeing how we ourselves move not just from our home with our family, but also out to the world to see what we are going to be. Or just be like us and either live with our parents, make our way in the world, or not move out of our home area.
Oh, so we ain't. Well, Textellian, any addition?
Well, if you look at that cutie mark CMC episode, we found that their cutie marks actually got them closer to their families at the end, even though they thought the whole family was going to explode. And guess what they did with those marks? They went cutie mark crusading, despite having nothing to do with apples. Even though her cutie mark is a quote unquote apple.
That may be the thing that you think brought the family together, but tell you what, if you all of a sudden won the lottery, guess who's coming to you? Family.
Oh no.
Exactly.
Yeah, and how
Fake
broke will
family,
you be
or
as
fake
soon
family.
as you spend all the money and realize I did not plan this out right.
All right.
Nonetheless, it all comes down to economics.
All right.
Also, I have something to add to this.
Yep.
I was right the first time. It is CNBC.
All right. Okay. So I'd say we that is pretty much tidy up there. So Team Explodey Pony going off of the boons of being a financially inquisitive pony and the great benefits in Equestria. Team ain't got shit. Talking about the cutie marks and the love of a family of being torn apart and also possibly coming together despite differences, and also trying to leech in a little bit on the economics in order to pull from the other panel. So that of course leaves it up to you.
Oh no. See that's me running into their panel, being like, "What the fuck y'all doing here?"
And Suki then starting to do the WWF brawl, and that means that two panels start wrestling each other, which would probably make it the ultimate panel and would actually fulfill all requirements.
But you know, we'd win because we're economic juggernauts.
But we're gonna go ahead and leave it to you, chat room. Who do you think won the arguments? Did financial sound success breed success for our Explodey ponies? Or is tugging at your heartstrings, talking about love and family and knowing your place and even knowing that your family will be there, or push you away like you're some disease pestilence because you have an orange instead of an apple? Who won the argument? Who tugged at your heartstrings? Who brought in that banana?
Whoever did the steam engine thing.
Who brought in the McDonald's? We told you no outside food or drink. These are official panels after all. Go ahead and let us know what you think. Give us your votes.
More people will come. More people will come if they think you have punch and pie.
And see, we give them all the cut of the pie because that's economics.
Let's see. Steam engine votes for whoever talks about steam engines.
I mean, that does involve economics.
DM,
Also could be a cutie mark.
DM12 is
every railroad that has ever been made, and also every steamboat and all that stuff has been made because of economic benefits that could be gained to those who invest.
Yeah, to move society along, to move resources.
DM12 says it's time to whip out cider. Has a pear, not an orange or an apple. Well, hopefully you're not part of the apple family. Or maybe you are.
Actually, they are pot pans, so.
Well, yeah, the new apple family, not the old one. They only have a few side pairs. And Dr. Bristle is trying to compare the idea of capitalism versus socialism for ponies. I almost want there to be a pony version of Bernie Sanders right next to him arguing it. That would actually be hilarious. All ponies should go to college for free, and they should have their cutie marks come to them without the cost. I can't do anything else. I'm too tough. Okay, so Explodey Pony gets a point there. Dr. Bristle looks like he's tying into the capitalism, so Explodey Pony get 2. And let's see, economic group. I'd say 3 for Explodey Pony. So I'd say that's it. We're Explodey Pony. You win this one, so you get the other shiny gold button, which means that both of you are tied for winners. Which means everybody is a winner. Which means I don't have to declare anybody a loser, and that makes me a winner.
But you forgot
No, it doesn't.
to talk about how everything in Equestria is based off the Apple system. I mean, come on. What is the basic thing bought? Apples.
Well, other than sugary stuff at Sugar Cube Corner.
Apples.
We could also kind of go into follow logic here with that, saying, what is each bottle cap worth? Well, originally, it was worth a gallon of water.
I don't think we're gonna go into that. That is gonna get into a messy thing there.
So we can build it up to there and say it's the same basis as the Apple system.
Yep.
The only issue is
All right. Well, in this case, we're gonna go ahead and go. We're gonna go off into our video segment now because I think we've had a good panelist run there. It was a little bit of a growing pain there, a little bit of a first start, especially since instead of an entire week, I only had an entire couple of hours to come up with topic ideas. Aside from this one, this was actually the forgotten one that I didn't do for HawkCon because we didn't have enough time. Go figure. But we're gonna go. But like I said,
again, we need to start a backlog.
Well, we're gonna have more for the next time we do this. This was just an experimental phase, and I'd say it worked well. So I hope you guys had fun. Let's go ahead and get onto our video segment where we got a good number of videos. We are going to unfortunately skip a few, mostly because one of them was filler in case things didn't go as intended. But everything went as intended. Everything went well. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And we're going to start off with the latest Equestria Girl special, Twilight Under the Stars. Under the stars. Under the stars.
It sure is a hell of a lot better than being behind prison bars.
Oh.
Thank you so much for helping me with tonight's Candlelight Celestial Society member social, Pinkie Pie. No trouble, Space Rebel. Stars are like the glitter of the sky. I'm so nervous. My favorite astrophysicist, Rosette Nebula, is here. She's so smart.
Rosette Nebula.
Do you think she'll like me?
And her bun's even tighter than mine this ever was.
Oh my.
Rosette Nebula.
Yeah, they definitely just reused like Snitch's hair for this character. Oh my god, Pinky.
Oh, I think
Twilight,
I think my eyes
you
shook a
need
little.
to be like me. It's like, oh, cool. You're a famous person I looked up to you for years. Oh, you're still a person. Hi, how you doing?
What the?
That's literally what I do. It's great.
What? Twilight's face.
Sorry, chat room. There we go. Now everybody can see all of your wonderful chats.
Real men wear pink.
I wanted to do that so badly, but I don't think I'll ever get the physique to do it. Just put on that whole pink outfit and... Why does she keep...
By the way, I do believe that stars swell in this universe.
Did you know the smell of chocolate increases brainwaves and contains the neurotransmitter serotonin, which triggers relaxation and contentment? Sciencey. It's such an honor to meet you. I'm so interested to hear about you. Fixes everything.
Of course.
The true genius, the pink one.
Unfortunately, she's not wrong. Alright.
Cake fixes everything except your marriage bill. There's nothing to save that.
No.
No.
No, but you can eat the cake until you feel better.
Until you run out, then you go to the ice cream.
And here we got My Sides! Part 1. Which is a series based on true feelings and emotions represented by fictional characters. Oh crap.
Uh-oh.
Jolly old cinema, though.
Oh, so it's gonna be good at least.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. And not crazy.
Wait, I think I've seen this.
Maybe.
Well, it was still new on Equestria Daily, so...
I wonder if I just randomly came across it, maybe.
It's possible. Then again, Jolly Old Cinema doesn't have a lot of stuff.
I think we recall this.
Yeah, this is definitely a good song.
I think this might be a little longer than what I recall, so something was completed before.
You might have seen a preview then.
By the way, Cole, CMC, I actually got a picture of Mod with the duplicate boulder.
Yes, I see that.
That was interesting.
Yep.
Side
And
note, hearing party like it's your birthday over and over again just makes me think, so we're going to just take a nap.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, you mean, or it's like, oh, so you mean I'm gonna be working my normal shift like normal, and then get wasted on the weekend? Got it.
Yeah, as far as my birthday went, it was basically just my company gives us the day off work for and it just counts as a holiday. But yeah, so basically I just slept.
I've never been that lucky. It's like everybody's like, "Oh, cool, it's your birthday. Well, here's your list of stuff you gotta do today. Have fun. Don't party too hard if you're gonna do it tonight. Do it all weekend, please." Okay. That's kind of the downside of being the crew runners or people in charge. You can't really take holidays.
Honestly, I normally work on my birthday because I do not care about it as much. But hey, if they're going to give it to me off, then by all means.
I took a week off because I felt like it.
Alright.
Yeah, I mainly take my birthday off now just so I can go get my vehicle registration done.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not a bad thing.
That just reminds me, I need to do that for my Pontiac. I need to renew it.
There's always
Huh.
hot tea to look forward to.
Or just making sure you don't drink too much on your birthday, or else the hangover is crazy.
And then you still gotta go to work and like, oh no.
And this is why I never drink.
And now, MLP in real life, Applejack's reaction.
Oh boy, what a show! Oh, that's classic. What? What? How'd I get there to here? Gronk, how'd I get here?
Well, you got me. By all accounts, it doesn't make sense.
Yes.
that was unexpected and it was wonderful.
And by
that is still one of the best lines.
by U.S. copyright laws, he is completely in the clear.
Yay.
Trunk is still my favorite character.
Because it was a very short clip, or
Yeah, because of a very short clip. Yeah, I think it's like 5 seconds you can use without copyright.
I thought it was 10, but
It's been a little bit since I've caught up on it, but it's somewhere between 5 and 10. It is somewhere in that range.
Strike for 5, try not to go past 10.
Oh, and here's a cover of I'm Not Okay.
it's explicit. Remember that.
Yeah. How explicit are we talking?
I don't know. I haven't listened to it. I just looked up and I seen it as explicit.
Cole?
Hang on, there's lyrics. If you go to the YouTube link, there's lyrics. Let's see.
this
I was
person
looking at it
got the
earlier.
lyrics on screen.
Let's see. Okay. Let's see. 1 F word. 1 use of the word shit. Oh, good. That's a good line, but I wonder who's gonna get it.
Well, let's find out. It sounds like we're okay.
Yeah, it's not like an overuse of like explicit words. Just some of the some of the themes.
Yeah, we already had one go by there.
Kind of expected that because Prince whatever, he doesn't really do too much in that way, so.
There it is.
I don't know if you've seen it, but based on what the captions say, they left.
The what?
Teach you to leave it.
Yeah, it sounds like most people in the group got that joke.
That's the second one.
That was the gayest shit I've ever heard.
And there's three.
Ah.
Sorry, I was using more just the content than anything, so.
Yeah, I was wondering who'd get the line. I have a chance, but I call it Big Mac.
Well, let's go to something a little bit more pure-hearted now that we've corrupted everybody and everything around us
No.
again.
Stay corrupted.
But we're going for Derpy.
Debbie is too pure. Hey, a photograph.
Don't do it, Derpy. YouTube will copy ban you.
Debbie's like, no, I don't need your money. Again, this step is too pure for this world.
All of that was accurate except the tape part.
I don't know how they spliced the tape together.
There was actually a specific type of like adhesive that you used.
Ah.
But yeah, I mean that's literally how you edited film. I mean that's where the phrase that a cutscene ended up on the cutting room floor is because literally it was a piece of film that was cut from the reel and left on the floor.
I'm happy Debbie was happy. Who else is happy Debbie was happy?
All right, time to go back to depression.
Yes.
In pursuit of your deepest edge, in pursuit of that wish which till now has been silent.
That's cool, AMTK. I am track probably.
I
But
thought it was Mad High stuff.
the only edited film I ever did was trying to piece together a VHS tape that got ate by a VCR. Yeah.
Look,
Oh,
like I never worked with actual film. Closest thing was doing was doing VHS. I think I did. No wait, no actually I did edit with a reel to reel machine once.
I've been really tempted to experiment with film, mostly just because I have a ton of 8mm cameras. I'm just really curious if some of them work.
Yeah, I bet you can make them work. So.
I know one definitely works, and that's a Super 8, but that's one of the easiest ones that you can get to work. Also uses double A's.
Right on. And all I ever do is just edit audio. So.
What raging fire shall flood the soul? What rich desire unlocks its doors? What sweet seduction lies before us? Past the point of no return, the final threshold. What warm unspoken secrets will we learn beyond the point of no return?
Yes, another day, another opera.
Just because I've listened to it so many times, I could first subtitle. I went, all right, why are we having Kansas play in an opera?
By the way, hello to Amtrak Train 52 P42D2 DC 102.
Yeah, he just decided to go as
I'm getting
as the
tired
train
of this
goes
friendship
through town.
nonsense.
Cool.
Maybe I should go back to
I know that
enslaving
person.
ponies.
Do it. What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for my good side to advise me.
You don't have a good side.
Oh yeah, let's go fuck shit up.
That's still silly.
Oh yeah, right. I don't have a conscience. That makes things so much easier.
Alright, princess, take it from the top. And rolling, and action.
I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. Hi, Luna.
Yeah, I could not resist. I could not.
It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark.
How's your sex life?
How's your sex life?
Hey, that's Spitfire's uniform over there. I wonder what I would look like if I get my own uniform one day. Well, I'm sure Spitfire won't mind if I try it on for just a minute. Oh yeah, Captain Rainbow Dash.
By the way, Captain Rainbow's an actual thing.
Get a nice pair of shades like the. Oh my gosh, Spitfire! I mean, ma'am. I'm so sorry, ma'am. I was just curious, and I. Don't sweat it, Dash. But seriously though, you might get some on the uniform if you do. Here, let me help you out of that so you can be more comfortable.
And there was much comforting that day.
I'm glad we boners are a thing.
It makes things so much easier.
Well, that's funny as hell. It's just some boom. Yeah.
Umbrella sound.
Tears were falling down Rarity's cheeks now, and Applejack found
Are
herself
we allowed to
wrapping
watch
four
this?
loaves- four loaves, not four loaves.
Yes. Because I say
That's the
so.
fourth time I've said that. That's
I'm just saying, I know her.
Oh,
I haven't watched this yet, but I know her.
You had a choice. This is what it brought
But
you.
boners are
It
hilarious.
wasn't enough to damn your silly little bluff. What the fuck did I say?
What did you bird? What did you birds? What did you birds call this contraption? I'm not here right now.
You can save us. You can save the beast. Save the beast. You can save the beast. Okay, that's the fucking objective first. I shouldn't fucking do that. I'm just gonna start laughing now. Fuck.
All I hear is. I'm just gonna keep fucking into the mic for you. And do I get to pick the pony?
And do I get to pick the pony?
I want a pony, mama. I want a pony. It's gonna be a long night.
The inky void
Second, that
sloshes them
black
rise,
and green unit.
rise,
That pony might be a brother from another mother.
That's pitch perfect. That's pitch.
water.
It is. Unfortunately, he is not.
Hello, my
Though I wouldn't
lovely
complain if he
chicken
was.
Trump fans. I am going to do some recording as Henry. Okay.
Don't freak, don't freak, don't freak, don't freak, don't freak, don't freak, don't freak. I can hear you clicking. Oh, good girl.
What do you want with me? Let me go. My father is going to hear about this. He'll ruin you. You hear me? You'll never work in this town again. You'll fucking die, you fucking bitch.
Maybe I should just be Diamond Tiara.
Oh, sorry, Pegasus.
Help
Yeah,
me, they're
Pegasus
killing
bitch.
me. I'm dying. Daddy. Daddy, help.
Oh, this is too funny.
Oh, fucking gee, Willikers got motherfucking titties in a crepe basket. Man, I sure love me some fucking laughing, don't I? Yeah, fuck.
She gazed around at the ancient brick walls that seemed to be shadowed by a humongous... What the fuck is that word? we're thesaurusing this bitch, huh?
We love you, oh great. We love you, oh great creator of chickens.
Oh, merciful Celestia! Is that the chickens? Leave me alone! It's so stupid.
I'm not having problems, no.
Stupid peanuts.
Do you hear Peanut?
Don't worry, my sweet, for I will break this curse just as I've rid the kingdom.
Rid the kingdom? Stupid bitch.
Shut the fuck up. You don't know shit about me. And who the fuck you are to tell me what I think? That lost narrator of the fucking rap opera. Are you kidding me?
Hey, piss eyes. You can take your non-existent ass and shove it up your upper.
Curse encourage her to fuck. I looked away.
A low rumble shakes the world around me as the yellow eyes bulge and warp, exuding anger and indignation. A deep... How do you say it? Indignation? Indignation. Exuding anger and indignation. This is the struggle of being the lost narrator. Yes.
Oh god, there's kiss sounds. Mwah. There you go.
Exuding anger and indignation.
My God, baby.
Sure as sugar we are. Sure as sugar. Sure as sugar. Exuding anger and indignation.
Oh my God, Reed. Oh my God, how is one person able to fuck up this much?
I cried. My leg.
What's that stupid thing that Peter Griffin does from Family Guy when he hurts his leg? As the yellow eyes bulge and warp, exuding anger and resentment. So much better. Shh, for all of us.
They had too much fun with this.
It's called bloopers. It's where you screw up so many times you just stop caring. It's a magnificent creature.
He got to have fun with it.
Yeah, then again, we may have an editor, but our bloopers don't.
All right, let's go ahead and not watch that because that's 20 minutes, and that was actually filler and kissings went wrong or went quicker than I expected, which it didn't. Everything went
You should know
smoothly.
better.
I knew better. That's why I was ready.
Watch that pigeon.
I knew better. That's why I was ready. But that also means one important thing. It is time for us to close up shop for today.
Hold on. Did you say go watch that pigeon?
Yes, it's a joke.
Into the sea!
Sploosh!
Okay, Toa unfortunately has been banished to the sea. So we're going to go ahead and get our final shout-outs. Sans a waterlogged Toa here. And let's go ahead and, well, get rid of that and that and that. Well, put that and that back. Those are funny. Well, not that. That's what I get. All right. All right, so let's get our final shout-outs in. Actually, it would have been better if I did this and this. Yeah. Final shout-outs in. And everybody gets a chance to also get their last words in as well, since we got a chat room up. Let's go ahead and start off with Coal Dust. Or not.
He's not paying attention again.
I guess not. All right, so we'll go to Crazy Matt Captain then.
Fires, explosions, elevated roan, venison jerky, the insane inventions we made in the pre-show, or just pointed out that we have this technology already.
The fire hose. Hey, I had it right. The company water hose.
It's a replacement for the watering. Oh.
Alright, Deathlight Productions.
Oh, you just all have a good evening or morning or wherever you're at, and I know the struggle of that blooper reel so well.
Alright.
And good nights.
Alright, and Textalion.
Night, everybody.
And Toakoi.
Shout out to all the lovely people that...
We dumped him in the water. Oh crap, I think he's still going. He hasn't come back yet. Oh boy, he's still going. Oh crap, now I feel kind of bad. Do you think I should go get him? Oh, there he is. Okay, Toa.
How'd the water feel?
Of a mother trucking hair.
We had to dunk you in the ocean once. Okay, we moved you after lovely people. So go ahead and continue from there.
Shouts out to CMC for being moderator on Twitch, Bananarama, Commander Rude, Puzzle, Positivity Box, Tech Stallion, Ty, YD, the only tech man, and me. I am going to have fun in the after chat.
Alright, then let's go ahead and move on to Suki. As I dump Toa back in the only corner again.
Yes, I still exist. I managed to be here somehow. Anyway, shout out to everybody deserves it, all that fun stuff. It is official. We're pretty much back on schedule with streaming, with the exception of the fact that we didn't do a game stream Saturday because screw it, people came over and we felt like doing stuff with them. So screw you all. Anyway, this Thursday, the anime stream is still going. We did finish My Love Story this last week, so Log Horizon will continue along with Green. So we're getting that train wreck of a show going. Just join us for that on Thursday, and Saturday morning we will have a cartoon stream going, and this week we should actually do a gaming stream. We'll see what happens. Not guaranteeing anything. Leave me alone. I'm going to bed.
Have a good night.
All right, Coldust, are you back yet?
He's still muted.
I guess not. All right, then we'll get our final shout-outs. And thank you all for joining us for another episode of The Brony Show. Stay tuned for the Coffee House After Party, which will be at thebronyshow.net only on our Vaughn Live, because we usually watch a lot of stuff that gets us hit on a lot of YouTube stuff. Go figure. Nothing illegal, I promise, but we just want to make sure we keep out of YouTube's hair. So along with that, tune in Wednesday for Winchester Wednesdays, Will there be fanfic reading? Will there be game playing? Will there be something completely different? There's so much that could happen, and you have to tune in on Wednesday to check it out. Thursday, Silent Blast comes on, does a little bit of Let's Playing. We simulcast on the Brony Show's Twitch, so be sure to catch him there. Friday, we're still doing book RPGs. We're still trying to do Roan. Unfortunately, there's also complications, but we have decided that we're going to move forward this next week. So tune in Friday for Roan RPG with a few or a lot. Something will happen. And Saturday, unfortunately, work happened, so I do apologize. We didn't have a randomizer run, but this coming Saturday, we will have randomizer run. And Sunday, also work happened, so we can promise to avoid of work, and we will do some more Let's Playing. So you can see me screaming and fearing for my life in a deep alien ocean.
Deep down, Doc.
Yeah, I am down, down. Moving on. And along with that, be sure to tune in an hour early to the Brony Show for the Equestrian Flag Stop. It's mostly Jack in the Box at this point, but Cold Dust still does a lot of fun, whether it's Jack in the Box, random pony trivia, weird pony questions, or just randomized nutcase things. Cold Dust will have your back in doing all sorts of fun things an hour early to get your appetite wet for the show proper. And with that, let's go ahead and shout out our chatters. First off, thank you to Crazy Matt Captain for keeping an eye on the chat. Then, thank you to Clouded23 Draconicus, Cold Dust, Cool Dude, 13233, Sarcasm, Deathlight Productions, DM12, Evafam, Fantastic Fred, Glass 4, Sonic 5421, Steam Engine, Tech Command, Tech Stallion, Toakoi, Unidentified, 1512435, and Vaguely Creepy. Also, a big shout out to Amtrak Train 540 P42 number 102. I haven't seen him pop up here before, so I want to give him a big shout out. Unless it's Cold Dust pretending to be somebody, but I don't think it is. So, yeah, big shout out.
Actually, no, it's some random person that I know from another chat.
Oh, cool. Well, still, hello and hi to him. Too bad he's out of the IRC, but hopefully he's still listening. Also, thank you to all of our archivers. Thank you to everybody that watches us on YouTube when I get the chance to upload the episodes. I'm slowly getting back on the roll of things, and then I dropped it. I blame Final Fantasy XIV on that. But I'm still working.
Don't worry, Creature's coming back.
But, well, I'm still working.
When's he coming back?
Hmm?
When's he coming back?
Sometime in April.
Aw, so far away.
Well, it's still, I'm still working fervently on learning how to edit, learning how to work with it. So we did miss Creature, but I can promise I'm at least not dropping the ball massively. It's more like I'm stumbling with it. So anyway, Cold Dust, you're here. Do you have a quick shout out real fast?
Shouts out to Derpy Boar, because we use them all the time to find pony pics and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Also, shouts to Maple, because Maple.
All right. Also, a big shout out to all of our live stream watchers on Twitch, on YouTube, on Vaughn. I love all of you. Thank you so much for catching us every single week. Thank you for catching us live every single week, for your comments in our chat rooms, for participating in the fun, or just listening to us as you're going about your daily lives. Either way, it is a great honor and a wonderful pleasure that you're enjoying being a part of our community and enjoying our show. And hopefully we'll get many, many more, and we'll become horse famous just as My Little Pony ends and horse fame doesn't quite have as much snuff.
Dude, we got recommended by someone to go to BronyCon as panelist.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I want to be horse famous. No, I'm kidding. I'm honestly kidding. I don't care if I ever get horse famous or not. I like to joke about it, but honestly, I just like giving the best I can with what I can. And honestly, I hope I could do more to give you better and better stuff. But that's sentiment for another time. Let's go ahead and close out here. And we're going to close out with a collab video, which would be better if I didn't have this thing full screen, so I can't get Silver Quill's lovely but annoying smug face out of my face here. All right, here we go. PMV collab of Strangers to close us out. And good night, everybody.
Night.
Save me. I'm drowning so deep in the darkness. I'm waiting for your touch to stop this. There's smoke blinding us with goodbyes. And I keep hope. 'Cause this feeling's different and I know I've staggered so long that it can't go. Alleviate me, I'll be fine in time. Please remember that I miss you, young and
Hello, my friend. It is time.
did we two broken promise gone forever? Maybe one day we'll get better. Right by your side, that's where I'll be in a heartbeat. If you ask me, let's stay strangers like we're meant to. Oh, I wonder if you miss me too. Find me. I'm waiting right here where you left me. So shredded and bruised, but I'm breathing. They pray for me, ignore their eyes. Just try. We're dancers, and I'll pick battles looking for answers. And I've received these edges from Kansas. Intolerable, but I'll be fine in time. Please remember that I miss you. Not caring is so hard to do. Everything we love together, it's not the same without you. There feels like you were just beside me. How did time go by so quickly? Now we're strangers, but I miss you. Oh, I wonder if you miss me too. Please remember that far from you, I'll be leaving as hard as you did. I bridges on you still stand. All these endless circles turn up and we're tied down. Just let you go. Just come and can we start again? We're strangers, 'cause I need you. Oh, I wonder if you need me too.
I feel like I need something now. Oh well.
You need cheese.
I need Jesus. All right, we'll be back with the after party in just a moment. Stay tuned. Remember, thebrunyshow.net, Vaughn Live.